Now for updates on sports stories across the globe, Ebi Iyomon live in Lagos joins us. Good morning, Ebi.
Thank you. Good morning, Bimba. Good morning, Rufai. And good morning, Dr. Abati.
Are you enjoying our Lagos?
Yes.
And you're blushing.
Political answer.
Well, I'm enjoying Lagos.
People don't enjoy Lagos.
Anyways, we begin with the sports minister. After almost 2 months post the Olympics, I convened a post-mortem concerning the Olympics and the Paralympics, saying that although the Nigerian team did not perform as was hoped to, that they hope to get improvements on their performances after the Olympics. And now, this meeting was held without the media, but he posted on, tweeted and said that it was a very important meeting that had all the stakeholders and the presidency and everyone will be putting all hands on deck to ensure that there's a difference in sports. We hear this every time after most international competitions. Hopefully we see something happen from it. And away from that, we have Nigerian players in Europe still excelling. It seems September is a month for Nigerian players as footballers, as we had Ademola Lookman get a goal for Atlanta in their 3-2 loss against Como. Como is the club coached by former Arsenal player and legend Cesc Fabregas. This is their first win in the Serie A, and they got it against Atlanta in their home ground. Atlanta, since winning the Europa, have not had a good start to the Serie A as they sit 12th on the table. But Como will celebrate this victory as they had already told their fans that they would get free drinks after the victory, and they did that. Well, congratulations to Cesc Fabregas on that win. And still on Nigerian players in Europe, we had Chidera Ejike, Super Eagles player, getting a goal, the winner for 10-man Sevilla against Valladolid. Sevilla were 1-1, and in the 85th minute, we had Chidera Ejike, who was making his 6th appearance for the club since joining the club this summer, getting the winner for the club. He's been one of the important players for Sevilla, although not being invited to Super Eagles for a long time, being he wasn't stable in his club, but this time out, it seems to be picking form with Sevilla. And now to Nigeria, we have the MPFL matches to be played to the concluding March 3 MPFL games to play today. And those games will be between Eyimba and Lobby Stars and Ikorodu City and Rangers. Eyimba and Rangers are the only clubs who have played one game each because of their continental engagement. But sadly, no Nigerian club will be in the CAF Champions League for a 6th season running after Rangers lost in their second leg and failed to qualify for the Champions League. Sad one for them, but they'll be taking on Ikorodu City, who are newly promoted. It's still a tedious fixtures in the MPFL as clubs play weekend, midweek, and the weekend again, knowing that they commute via road, and this has always been a major complaint for not just clubs but fans and everyone involved. And away from the MPFL, we'll go to England, where the Carabao Cup fixtures took place last night, and we had Chelsea, City, Aston Villa, and Leicester City all progressing to the 4th round. Chelsea defeated Barrow by 5 goals, and it was Christian Nkunku who got the hat-trick. He was the star of that game, and I think Chelsea fans will be quite happy to see their team progressing. And it seems Chelsea are as well picking form. We had City, who played 48 hours after their game against Arsenal, compete in this game. And Pep came out to say that he's not going to put all his eggs in the EFL Cup because of the fixture congestion. Villa got a victory, as well as Leicester, who had their goalkeeper being the man of the moment, that he saved 3 penalties to help Leicester progress to the 4th round. And we're still talking about football in Europe. The Europa League begins today. The action there, the road to Bilbao starts today, and we'll have a new format as well, as we have seen in the Champions League, for 32 teams to 36 teams, and more games will be played. We have Victor Osimhen in action today for Galatasaray, his new club. We also have clubs like Bodo Glimt playing Porto. There's Galatasaray, Victor Osimhen's club, playing PAOK Thessaloniki. We have Dynamo Kiev against Lazio. Nice will be taking on Real Sociedad. That's the club of Terry Murphy taking on Sadiq Umar's club, Real Sociedad. And we have Anderlecht taking on Ferencváros in those games. And ahead of their game, that's as Manchester United will be taking on FC20, we have Ten Hag coming out to say that there are still too many games in football. It's seeming a lot more commercial than needed and to the detriment of players. Last night, we had Wolves confirm that their player will be out injured. That's with ACL, new injury, and Saul of Sevilla also got injured last night. This has come after these complaints. Let's listen to Eric Ten Hag's after pre-interview.
There are too many games, it's clear. Too many competitions for the top players. They are overloaded, and this is not good for football. In the end of the day, it's maybe good for commercial, but there is a limit, and players getting injured. It's almost unavoidable that players getting injured because of the overload from so many games.
Well, to reiterate this injury, we have early this morning, rather about 30 or 40 minutes ago, Raphael Varane coming out to announce his retirement from football. He's 31-year-old and he had actually going to Como on free transfer from Manchester United, but a knee injury, a very serious knee injury, ruled him out for the season. Kudos to him. He achieved a lot in his 15 years of active football. He got 3 La Liga titles with Real Madrid, 4 Champions League, 1 Copa del Rey. He also won the FA Cup with United last season. He's had a good career, but the injury was detrimental to him playing for Como, who he had initially signed a 2-year contract with. The contract was terminated and he announced his retirement from football. That's all for me on the World of Sports.
And it has to be said, when you also look at the very stellar career for Rafael Varane, but the number of games and competitions he played in Real Madrid really broke his back. As at the time he left Real Madrid and went to Man United, it was all over. Mm-hmm. It was just buying time. He couldn't really, bring that fashion again. So it goes back to that conversation of Ten Hag. We need to really look at this. I know, yes, the guys want to be very commercial. They're adding to the fixture list. But these people, these human beings playing football, they are not AI.
They're not robots.
They're not robots.
Yeah, very quickly to the Minister of Sport, of course, and a post-mortem on the Olympics and the Paralympics. I know there was a report that said that he shared how he actually went through some sort of psychological distress when he was in Paris because he found it so distressing and disappointing.
Waiting for medals.
Waiting for the medals, exactly. However, my one critique of this post-mortem meeting that was held is that I believe journalists were left out, and I think it would have been important for journalists to be a part of this discourse and for us to really get the full picture of what transpired there.
The inauguration of the committee will take place today. Hopefully we get the media to cover this particular event because Nigerians need to know what is really going on. It's not just to inaugurate the committee like always done, but what is going to be the effect or the result of these meetings we always hear of.
Okay, about too many games in football. Eric Ten Hag is not alone. You also have Pep Guardiola also complaining that too many games. Now, this issue, the federation has tried to go to the court of arbitration, because you have the World Cup, you have the club games, you have the internationals, you have the championships. So these players are overworked. But the thing is, we also say, well, they are well paid. Also, that's the other side of it. But very quickly, Dubois says that he will be open to a rematch with Anthony Joshua. His promoter, Frank, says there isn't that specific clause in the contract. Well, we'll see what happens. But some people say Anthony Joshua should retire. Now, Dangote says he regrets not investing in Arsenal. Some Nigerians are saying he should forget about Arsenal. He should not regret. He should set up a football club in Nigeria. He should invest in the local league. Anyway, those are the big issues. Thank you very much.